Hello and welcome to this little online workshop. All you'll need today is a pen and a paper. That can be any pen, even a pencil, and any paper at all. Before we start, I just want to say this workshop is not about creating a perfect outcome or creating something beautiful. It's about focusing on the process rather than the outcome. I don't want you to criticise yourself. I don't want you to put pressure on yourself. You don't have to keep anything you make today. Just remember that it's how it feels, not how it looks. Anyway, let's start the workshop. So here's exercise 1. I want you to pick 3 objects that you can see right now, objects that are in your room or space. I've gone for the comb, a plant, and a glass of water. This is going to be a continuous line drawing. That just means that we're not going to take the pen or pencil off the page until the drawing is finished. Here I am drawing my first object, the comb. I know you might be tempted to take the pen off the paper right now, but don't do it. And of course, pause at any point to catch up on your own drawings. Second item now, I am drawing the plant in the pot. And I really recommend just doing these drawings freely and big. Try to take up a lot of space with them. And now onto the third object, the glass of water. Just remember that this doesn't have to be perfect in any way. Just keep those lines moving and flowing, and do it quickly too. Don't get hung up on details, just go for it. Now let's move on to exercise 2. This time I want you to pick 3 objects that you can't see, so from your imagination. We're going to draw these things with our non-dominant hand, which is just a hand that you don't usually use. So just going to swap pens here. I just want to apologise first of all for this horrible camera angle. It will change soon, but obviously concentrating on my non-dominant hand just confused me. I know drawing with your wrong hand might feel a bit strange and you might want to stop and give up, but you just have to keep going. It is surprisingly hard to control your non-dominant hand, but it is quite fun to see what kind of weird lines and shapes it can make. So now onto the second imaginary object. I'm going to draw a couple of flowers here. Just keep going, even if you go wrong, even if the lines are wrong, even if you hate it, keep going. And finally, the last little imaginary thing, I am drawing some little stars. And a moon that looks like a banana, but it doesn't matter. I still love it. That's that done, and we're on to exercise 3. For this one, I want you to pick 3 words. Don't overthink the words, they don't have to make sense. Go with whatever words are popping into your head right now while you're listening to this. So back to our normal hands now, and just with your regular writing, whatever you prefer, intertwine those words with the rest of the composition. By composition, I just mean where the stuff is on the page, but don't be afraid to layer up your little words on top of your little drawings. I think it actually looks better when everything is layered and lovely like that. And there we have the final piece. So what I'm going to do now is do the whole exercise again, and you can follow that and join in. So back to exercise 1 again, where we are going to pick 3 objects, the same or different objects that you can see right now, and we're going to draw them with a continuous line and not take the pen off the paper. For this one I was drawing the speed limit sign outside the window that I could see. Then I moved on to a plug socket. And I always think there's something quite beautiful about mundane, everyday objects when you draw them. It's like you get to look at them for the first time again. And moving on to the third object. I've done a kind of similar composition here to the last piece, but you can do whatever you want. Just do what feels right. Just try not to overthink it. I know it's easier said than done, but that really is my advice in that situation. Here is a couple of pens. And now we're going to move on to exercise 2. 3 objects that we can't see, drawn with the opposite or non-dominant hand. So for this one I decided to draw some messy little flowers. It might feel awkward again, but just keep with it. On to the second thing. Now I wish we had more plants here where I'm staying right now, but we don't. So I'm drawing some plants because I miss them. And here for the last object I can't see, I'm doing eyes. I love eyes, as you probably know. And with this I really try not to overthink what I'm drawing. Just pick things that come into your head. And also when you draw things that are in your room or in your space, just look around you and don't dismiss stuff as being too normal or too boring. And now onto the last exercise. Pick 3 words different to the ones you used before. And again, don't overthink this. Have a little think if you want. A few seconds think right now. And start writing if you haven't already. I try not to question these words too much if they come out. Remember, you don't have to show anyone this, so it really doesn't matter if it makes sense or not. And there's the final drawing, and that is the end of the workshop. I really hope you enjoyed this little workshop, and hopefully it gave you a bit of time off from the world right now. Well done for giving yourself this time to just be creative without pressure. I also hope you can return to this video if you ever need it, and please let me know what you thought in the comments and if you'd like to see more of this kind of thing. Thank you for watching.